Hello, everyone. Today's story takes us into the harshest trial of eternal love, a love that doesn't just shine in warm sunlight, but one that's pushed to the edge in the middle of a merciless storm. Rain pours down in torrents as if the sky itself wants to tear apart the promises once spoken in tenderness. In that moment, Alex faces the greatest test of his life, proving that the love and devotion he has for Tuna and little Henry are strong enough to defy fate itself. But can he truly keep his promise, even as the world around them seems to collapse? Or will the storm sweep everything away, leaving behind nothing but fear and scars too deep to heal? The answer lies deep in Alex's heart, where only real love has the power to fight back against the darkness. Will a sweet promise be enough to withstand the raging storm of destiny? Or will everything shatter in just one stormy night? That night, the sky seemed furious. Thunder roared, tearing through the darkness, and rain lashed down like thousands of whips striking the fragile roof. The house shook violently, water dripping through every crack as if it wanted to drown everything inside. In the dark, Tuna held Henry tightly, her body trembling. The cold was nothing compared to the fear tightening her heart. Could Alex's promise really withstand the power of fate? Then Alex appeared in the storm. He stepped inside, drenched to the bone, his clothes clinging to his skin, but his eyes were still burning with determination. As the water began to flood the floor, he dropped to his knees, gripped Tuna's icy hands, and said with a voice trembling but firm as steel, "Don't be afraid. I swore, Tuna. No matter what happens, I won't let you and Henry suffer anymore." Tears mixed with the rain streaming down Tuna's face. Her heart urged her to trust him, but the scars of the past screamed. Could she really place her life and her child's into the hands of a man willing to defy his family, even fate itself? Lightning flashed, revealing not the image of a wealthy man used to victory, but that of a warrior, ready to face everything, even himself, for love. The water kept rising, mud swirling all around. Alex lifted Henry into his arms, turned to Tuna, and shouted through the downpour, "We have to get out now. If we stay, this house will collapse." Tuna hesitated, her legs frozen by fear. But Alex's unwavering gaze gave her courage. Together, they rushed into the storm. Mud clung to every step, the river roared, shaking the ground beneath them. Terrified, Tuna cried out, "Alex, it's too dangerous!" But holding Henry tight, Alex's eyes blazed through the rain as he shouted back, his voice stronger than the storm, "Trust me, I won't let anything take you and our son from me." At last, after a brutal struggle, they reached a hilltop. Exhausted, the three collapsed on the cold grass. Gasping for breath, Tuna looked at Alex with tear-filled eyes. "You did it. You saved us." Alex brushed her face, gently managing a smile between heavy breaths. "No, Tuna. It wasn't just me. We did it together. And this is only the beginning. I still have so much more to prove." After the storm, the rain slowly eased the sky, tearing open the dark clouds to reveal faint rays of dawn. On the hilltop, Tuna held Henry close, her heart overwhelmed with a new realization. Alex's love wasn't just a promise. It was a force strong enough to defy even the fiercest storm. At the foot of the hill, devastation stretched as far as the eye could see. Trees snapped and scattered rooftops torn away, roads scarred like fresh wounds on the land. Yet amid all that ruin on this small hill, a new beginning was quietly taking shape. Exhausted but steady, Alex guided Tuna and Henry toward a shelter. He didn't say much, only tightened his grip on her shoulder, as if nothing else in the world mattered more than protecting her and the child. Then before Tuna's eyes, a grand house appeared. Polished wooden doors, carpeted hallways. The sudden contrast made her footsteps feel hesitant, out of place. From a simple thatched roof battered by storms, she now stood in the middle of a world of luxury. Her heart pounded her hand, clutching her shirt nervously, as if she had wandered into a place she didn't belong. Alex walked beside her, his stride confident, yet his eyes kept glancing back at her, reassuring, "Don't be afraid. This will be your home, and Henry's too." Suddenly, a gentle voice echoed down the hallway. "Tuna, are you all right?" It was Mrs. Min, Alex's mother, slowly stepping forward. On her face wasn't the coldness of a woman of high status, but a look of genuine concern. Her eyes lingered on Tuna's pale face, and in that instant, an unexpected warmth seeped into the scars of her heart. For a moment, Tuna froze. It had been years since she had felt the tender care of a family. But at the same time, in Mrs. Min's gaze, something flickered, something hard to name. Was it acceptance or simply pity? Tuna lowered her head slightly, her voice trembling. I'm fine." Mrs. Min came closer and held her hand. A small gesture, yet it threw Tuna's heart into turmoil. Within that warmth, a silent question echoed. Was this truly acceptance, or the beginning of another trial even harsher than the storm she had just survived? The grand house still glowed with light, but behind that brightness, secrets seemed to be waiting. In the spacious dining room, light from the crystal chandelier spilled across the long table, draped in a crisp white cloth. Henry sat in a chair, his face still pale after the storm. His small eyes blinked slowly, his heavy breathing, making Tuna's heart tighten with worry. Across from him, Mrs. Min kept her eyes on Henry's every small movement. Concern was etched on her face, softening the grandeur of the room. "The boy is still so weak." "Alex, have you had your personal doctor come check on Henry?" Yet her voice carried both care and an authority that was hard to ignore. Alex nodded right away. "I already called. They'll be here in a few minutes." Tuna froze for a moment. All her life, she'd been the one to handle everything for Henry. Now here was an older woman, Alex's own mother, showing such careful concern for her son. A strange feeling swept through her, both comforting and unsettling, like stepping into an embrace she wasn't sure she could rely on. Mrs. Min tilted her head slightly, her eyes turning directly to Tuna. "And you, after that storm, you must be exhausted too. Here, you don't need to worry about anything. Just take care of Henry. The rest, let this family handle." The words blurred Tuna's vision with tears. No one had ever said that to her before. And yet deep down, doubt stirred. Was this genuine care? Or was it a way to keep her and Henry under the control of this powerful family? Henry let out a small cough, breaking the silence. Mrs. Min quickly stood and rushed to his side, her hand trembling as it pressed to his forehead. Her eyes overflowed with worry, like a true grandmother's. Tuna watched, her heart moved. But behind the shimmer of tears, a faint worry still lingered. Was this the start of a real home? Or the first step into a trial even harsher than the storm outside? A knock echoed at the door. A middle-aged man in a white lab coat stepped inside the family's private doctor. The atmosphere in the dining room immediately grew heavy, every pair of eyes fixed on him. He quickly checked Henry's pulse, listened to his faint breathing, then shined a small light into the boy's eyes. His brow furrowed, showing a flicker of concern. "The boy still has a slight fever." His voice was slow measured. The words made the entire room fall silent. Tuna stiffened her eyes, widening her hand, clutching Henry tightly. "Doctor, do you mean... Is something wrong with Henry?" The doctor didn't answer right away. Instead, he glanced at Mrs. Min and Alex as if there was something he couldn't say outright. After a moment of hesitation, he finally spoke. "Henry is just a little tired." Then he stopped, leaving a pause that made everyone's hearts skip a beat. Tuna's voice trembled as she tried to hold back tears. Mrs. Min stepped forward, gently placing an arm around her shoulder, her voice unsteady but firm. "Don't worry. Whatever happens, we'll find a way to help Henry. You and your boy are not alone anymore." But inside Tuna, another fear rose up. If Henry truly carried a dangerous illness, could this be the real reason Alex and his family wanted her to stay? Was it love? Or simply Henry's fate? Meanwhile, Alex stood still, his eyes bright but tense. Behind the reassuring smile he gave Tuna, it was clear he was hiding something too. Something only he and Mrs. Min knew. That night, even though the chandelier still blazed above the dining table, a new darkness began to settle inside Tuna's heart.
Xin chào các bạn, sau bao sản môn cuộc đời, chúng ta vẫn tình cờ ôm chặt Henry trong vòng tay. Phía sau sự thật mạnh mẽ ấy là một trái tim đầy tổn thương. Bao lần chúng ta đã từ chối lời cầu hôn, tưởng rằng khẳng định sẽ rời đi. Thế nhưng nay vẫn ở đó, bạn ấy một đàn ông mạnh mẽ dang rộng bàn tay, che chở cho mẹ con cô và thề rằng dù bị từ chối bao nhiêu lần, anh vẫn sẽ ở lại, xây dựng một mái ấm và cho Harry một hạnh phúc trọn vẹn. Và những tình yêu bền bỉ ấy đủ sức xoa hòa nỗi sợ hãi trong lòng chúng ta.